Hello everyone, welcome to Catalyst Chemistry. As we discussed last video, most important point about what esterification, and the next one is what Lucas test or a Lucas reagent. Okay, what is the formula of esterification? R C double bond O. Next one is what O. After that what R dash, means you have to take R is act as a CS3, you have to take R dash is act as a C2H5. That is R dash means these two are different. If R is there means same groups attached to that carbon. Okay, one is carbon, another one is what, oxygen. The next after that the important point is the Lucas test is important. That usually the Lucas test is divided into what, three parts. The one is what reaction is not takes place at room temperature. The second one is what reaction takes place after 5 minutes, but third one is what the reaction takes place immediately. Okay, these 3 points are most important. In this case they are going to ask you one mass question. Okay, what is Lucas reagent? That time you have to write the mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. Okay, that is most important. ZnCl2 is act as a what, dehydrating agent. Okay, that is most important, means what, removal of water molecule, dehydrating agent. Okay, primary is there, secondary is there, the next one is what, tertiary alcohol. The tertiary alcohol can give immediately, immediately it can give what, precipitate, but not a secondary. After that what, a primary. This is important point, bear in mind. After that I told some of the reaction. Okay, make it perfect. Today we are going to discuss the continue part. The next part is what important, that is called what, dehydration of what, alcohol. So this is the most important for PU exam. Directly they are going to ask you dehydration of alcohol. Mechanism is there, I will tell you mechanism. After that I will come to conclusion. One more is there, that is what different, that is called what, hydration, acid catalyzed things. I will tell you later, that is what conclusion. Just here in this case the important point, dehydration. What is the meaning of dehydration? Means what, removal of water molecule. Dehydration, D means you have to remove, DE. Okay, that is indicate what, dehydration of alcohol, the removal of water molecule. You have to remember this is a fixed point in every reaction. Dehydration means what, removal of water molecule. Okay, is it clear? Next in this case what, 2 to 3 reactions are there. After that I am going to write a mechanism. Here a mechanism is there, that mechanism is the most important for what, PU board. Okay, that is important, but these reactions are most important for entrance exam also. Okay, I am going to tell you the comparison is the most important. I will tell you very small trick for you people. Comparison study is the most important. Comparison study means what, you have to compare with what, reaction. Okay, that is most important. Okay, just here in this case dehydration. If dehydration takes place, means there must be some conditions are there. There must be some conditions. In this case first one point is indicate what, it requires acid catalyst. It requires acid catalyst. Bear in mind important, acid catalyst means H plus. If in generally majority of the reaction they are going to write a H plus. The H plus means what, that is a acid catalyst. H plus means they are going to use H2SO4 or they are going to use what, H3PO4, orthophosphoric acid. H plus, that is understood. In this case also it requires acid catalyst, and the reactions proceed via intermediate carbonium ion. Intermediate, there is a formation of what, carbonium ion. The next point is in this case acid catalyst converts hydroxyl group into good leaving group. Hydroxyl group means what, the OH is there, no, this is indicate what, hydroxyl group. This hydroxyl group, acid catalyst, what is the role of acid catalyst means in this case, this try to remove this OH group. If OH group start removing, means act as a good leaving group, act as a what, good leaving group. That is why acid catalyst help to removing of OH group, means indirectly good leaving group. Okay, just here in this case first one reaction is there. Okay, this is the first reaction, second, third and fourth, but you have to compare with 1, 2, 3. Just here in this case this reaction both are same. Is there any difference? No difference, but I will tell you this is in general reaction. Is it? This is totally what in general means. In this case I wrote a hydrogen. If sometime they do not wrote a hydrogen, that time try to understand things, means what, that is CS3 means. Just here I will tell you, in some of the students are going to write like this, okay, like this in this case, okay. If you are going to leave, means in this case what, there is no atom. There is no atom means try to understand in chemistry, it is act as a CS3. Okay, bear in mind, it just I am going to write this hydrogen, means this is hydrogen only. If hydrogen is not there, 100%, this mark is indicate what, CS3. Bear in mind, okay. That is why in this case I wrote CS3. In NCERT they are not wrote in this case, means act as a, that is CS3. Otherwise you have to take hydrogen only particularly. Okay, important. Just here in this case, the first one general reaction, both these two are same only, but if H plus is a, try to understand. In other reactions, many of the reactions they are going to write only H plus. That time you have to understand the things, means H plus means H2SO4 or H3PO4 fix. Just here in this case, this is what primary alcohol. Are you agree with this? Okay. CS3 is there, here 3 hydrogen atom is there. This carbon containing what, 2 hydrogen atom, 1 H means what, CS3 CH2OH. CS3 here is there, no, CS3, okay, CH2 is there, after that OH. This is indicate what, primary alcohol. If you want, you can write a IPAC nomenclature is ethanol. What is the IPAC nomenclature? Ethanol. I am going to write here only, okay. Both are same, no, that is why in this case I am going to write the name of this one is what, ethanol. Is it clear? Okay. Next, after that, this ethanol can react with the H plus. Here is there, no. It requires acidic catalyst and reactions proceed via intermediate carbonium ion. Okay, in the presence of what heat they are going to supply, there is a formation of product is what, alkene. Alkene means indirectly we call what, ethene. Otherwise, if you want particularly name, you have to write ethene only. If you want general name, you have to write alkene. Okay, no problem. This is first one. Both these two are same only. Okay, but in this case they are going to take a particular they are going to take a concentrated H2SO4. Particularly they are going to take a concentrated H2SO4. After that they are going to maintain temperature 443 Kelvin temperature they are going to maintain. Here heat is there, no, heat means indirectly what, they are going to supply some amount of energy. That energy is indicate what, 443 Kelvin energy they are going to supply. Then only reaction takes place, otherwise the reaction won't takes place. Okay, that is why in this case ethanol is converted into what, ethene plus release of water molecule. Here is there, no, release of water molecule, here is there release of water molecule. These two reactions are same. That is why in this case our aim is what, dehydration. Starting only I told you the dehydration means what, removal of water molecule. Means just here in this case, here OH is there. In this case just means if you want a mechanism I am going to explain here only, but here if you want a mechanism, just you have to break this bond, carbon hydrogen bond, you have to donate here, automatically OH will go out, act as a OH minus, that is hydroxyl group. Here is there, no, if you want you can write minus charge, hydroxyl group. That hydroxyl group combined with what, H plus to form a water molecule. This is the mechanism. Okay, this first one is clear. Okay, these 2 points are clear now. Okay, this is what, primary. Better if you want you can write in bracket 1 degree means what, primary alcohol. The next one is what, secondary. The third one is what, tertiary is there. In secondary alcohol, if you want you can write IPAC nomenclature 1 2 3 is there. Here is 1 2 3. In this case IPAC name is 2-propanol, otherwise you have to write propane 2-ol. I am going to write here only, what is that, propane 2-ol. Okay, propane 2-ol is a secondary alcohol. How we are going to decide it is a secondary? Means OH group attached to this carbon containing only one hydrogen, that is called what, secondary. This is a one method. Another method means what, in this case this carbon containing 2 CS3 group, that is called secondary. But just here in this case this carbon, this OH attached to this carbon containing 2 hydrogen act as a primary. Is it clear? Okay, this is both are same only. Starting only I told, no, these two reactions are same only, but I wrote why I wrote this one, this is purpose of H plus. Okay, I am going to mention that point. Okay, here is they are going to in this case they are not going to use H2SO4. because these two are milder condition. These two are what? Milder condition for formation of alkene, but this is not a milder condition. That's why they are going to use a constant H2SO4 443 high temperature. But in this case not like that, they are going to use a 85% of H3PO4. What is the name of H3PO4? Orthophosphoric acid. Okay, orthophosphoric acid. After that they are going to maintain low temperature up to 440 Kelvin. 440 Kelvin. But in this case compared to H3PO4 H2SO4, this is the stronger, okay, this is the weaker. That is why in this case they are going to maintain milder condition to form a alkene. What is the IUPAC name of this one? Propene. The propene is the IUPAC name for this one, plus release of water molecule. Water molecule is a compulsory because our heading is what? Only dehydration of alcohol. Okay. Next, third one. This is secondary alcohol is completed. Third one is there. Here is there this C containing 3 CS3, 1, 2, 3 CS3. Next one is what? OH. Just here, why you are going to call this one tertiary alcohol? Because this OH group attached to this carbon do not containing any hydrogen atom. That's why they called as a tertiary alcohol. The tertiary alcohol, they are going to maintain very low percentage, up to 20% of H3PO4. They are going to maintain low temperature 358 Kelvin temperature. They are going to supply. There is a formation of product is what? In this case you have to start from here only. This is 1, 2, 3. In this case what? 2-methyl 1-propene. Otherwise you have to write directly 2-methyl propene is a IUPAC nomenclature. If you want you have to write, okay, what is the IUPAC name? 1, 2, 3. If you want you can write 3 here also, no problem. 1, 2, 3 is there. That's why in this case 2-methyl, this CS3 is act as a substituent group. First you have to write substituent group, after that remaining functional group you have to write. Which functional group is there? Carbon carbon double bond is act as a functional group. Okay, that's why in this case what? 2-methyl 1-propene you have to write, otherwise 2-methyl prop 1-ene you have to write, otherwise 2-methyl propene you have to write, no problem. Okay, is it clear? But in this case what? The right one is what? 2-methyl prop 1-ene is 100% right. Okay, those two points also right, but that is what? Correct. Okay, is it clear? All these reaction. Okay, in this case the next one is what? Here is what? Primary is there, secondary is there, tertiary is there. Out of these through which alcohol can undergo dehydration very easy? Means what? Obviously tertiary. Here is their point. Thus the relative order for dehydration, tertiary will come first, after that secondary, after that primary. This order is important, bear in mind. Because of these two are milder conditions, that is why these two will come first, means what? Third will come first, after that what? Second. That is why most important. Okay, our aim is what? Removal of water molecule. If by chance they are going to supply you primary, secondary and tertiary which can undergo faster, dehydration, obviously the answer is what? Tertiary alcohol can undergo faster for dehydration. Is it clear? These reaction in examination compare. That's why I wrote in only one part, means you have to compare with this one, this one, this one. Goes on, temperature going to decreases. But in this case what? The acidic character is also going to decreases. That is most important. Comparison study is the most important. Comparison study means what? This primary alcohol compare with the secondary alcohol compare with the tertiary. These points are most important. Okay, is it clear? Okay, next. The next one is what? Mechanism. In PU board they are going to maybe ask this one, but mechanism is the most important. Their heading is what? Dehydration of alcohol only. That time they are going to ask you 3 marks question, make it perfect. This is most important mechanism. Okay. Before this mechanism you have to write this reaction. You have to write what? This one reaction you have to write first. I am going to write mechanism for what? This reaction. Okay, because of these two are not mentioned in NCERT, but this reaction they are mentioned in examination. In examination they are going to ask you this one. Every year they are going to ask, 2017, 16, 18. Okay, they asked. Okay, important. Okay, we will start what? Mechanism. Bear in mind you have to write starting. In examination I am telling you, you have to write starting this reaction. After that you have to write mechanism heading. The next step 1, step 2, step 3, 3 steps are there. First we are going to explain first step. Okay, mechanism. The first step 1 is what? Formation of protonated alcohol. The formation of what? Protonated alcohol means indirectly what? Acidification. Indirectly what? Acidification. First I am going to take this one. Okay, that this one I am going to write CH3, CH2, OH is there, no, that is I am going to write like this. Carbon is there, this is what? Hydrogen, this is hydrogen, hydrogen is there. Next this is what? One hydrogen because CH2 is there. Next after that this is a O. Next here is what? H, this oxygen containing lone pair of electron. Next after that in this case what? H plus. Why they are going to add H plus? Because of acidification. Directly not they are going to add a constant H2SO4, means indirectly they are going to add a constant H2SO4 only. But in this case don't write a constant H2SO4, it is very difficult to write the mechanism. That is why in this case H2SO4, what is the role of H2SO4? H2SO4 can give H plus, that is it. After that HSO4 minus will come, no. That is okay. That is why in this case this is a faster reaction takes place. This is a what? Fast reaction. In this case what happen? Our heading is formation of protonated alcohol. Protonated, proton means H plus. In this case our aim is we are going to add a H plus. That is it. Okay. That is why I am going to write here CH as it is. Okay. After that in this case what happen? Hydrogen, hydrogen, O. One hydrogen already is there, another hydrogen is going to attack. But in this case usually what is the valency of oxygen? Oxygen valency is a 2, but in this case valency is going to what? Form 3, that is why I am going to write a positive charge. This is indicate what? Protonated alcohol. If you want you can write a name, this is ethanol. Our aim is what? Our aim is what? Ethanol is converted into ethene. In this case also ethanol is converted into final step we are going to get a ethene only. Okay, that is but first step in this case ethanol is converted into what? Protonated alcohol. What you are going to call this is protonated alcohol. Okay, protonated alcohol you have to write. Okay, that is what important. Next second step is there, that is what? Formation of carbocation. One name is there, this is the name is what? I think the ethyl oxonium ion. Okay, NCERT they are given ethyl oxonium ion. Ethyl oxonium ion. Okay, ethyl oxonium ion, this is the what? Name. Okay. Next formation of this first one is clear, formation of protonated alcohol is point clear. Then the next one is what? Step 2, formation of carbocation. Carbocation means what? The carbon is going to get a positive charge, that is carbocation. Starting you have to take this one only, same you have to take, this is carbon, hydrogen is there, next hydrogen is there, next this carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, next after that this is the what? O, next in this case what? H, this is a positive charge. Okay, is it clear? In this case what happens? This is what? Equilibrium. All the reactions are equilibrium reaction. This is a slow reaction. This one is what? Slow reaction. Just here in this case formation of carbocation. The formation of carbocation means what happen in this case? In this case here hydrogen is there. In this case what happen? These two electron completely shifted on what? Oxygen. The water will go out. The water will go out. The finally left is here is hydrogen. Here hydrogen is there. Here hydrogen. This is what? H. This is what? H. This is going to get a positive charge plus release of water molecule. This is what? Carbocation. Our aim is what? Here carbon is there containing positive charge. What we are going to call? Carbocation. Okay. This is what? Step 2, release of water molecule. Okay. The next one is what? Formation of ethene by elimination of a proton. Formation of ethene by elimination of a proton. Means in this case our aim is what? We are going to form a ethene. Means in this case what we are going to eliminate, what we are going to remove? Proton we are going to remove. Means just you have to break this carbon hydrogen bond, automatically what happen in this case? There is a formation of double bond, means alkene only. But in this case one more important point is there. This step 2 formation of carbocation is called rate determining step. The slow step is always rate determining step. In short form we are going to call RDS, rate determining step. Okay, the second step means what? The slowest step is a rate determining step. It is there in SN1 and SN2. Important, haloalkenes and halorines, I told that point. Okay, which step is act as a rate determining step in SN1? Because of SN1 is having a 2-step reaction, but SN2 is having a what? Only 1-step reaction. That is why the most important part. Why the in SN1 step 2 is act as our rate determining, means what, that point I told you that the in this case what chemical kinetics topic is there, the rate is only depends on reactant, only depends on what, reactant part. Okay, that is important. Okay, is it clear? This is what formation of carbocation. I am going to take a starting material, this one only. Here is there carbon, H is there, in this case what H, in this case also H, here is H, next H, this is a positive charge, this one is indicate what, equilibrium. Just I am going to break this carbon hydrogen bond, carbon hydrogen bond, hydrogen will go out, because our aim is what, elimination of proton, means what if we have added acid, in this case acid is going to release, that is it. In this case if you added H plus, no, that H plus is going to release, that is it. That is why in this case what happened, here is H is there, H double bond, this is what H, this is H plus, release of what, H plus. What is the name of this one? Ethene. What is the name of this one? Ethene. Ethanol is converted into ethene. In this case also same is there, no, ethanol is converted into ethene, but this is a this is indicate what, reaction. What about this one? Mechanism. In examination you have to write compulsory like this only. If you want, in some book they are given this is a CS3 CH2 OH. If you want to write like this also no problem, but this is help for what, showing arrow mark. In PU board compulsory they are expecting from you, you have to show arrow mark, then only that is we call mechanism. Now if you are not going to show arrow mark, what it indicates, just here in this case carbon hydrogen bond is cleavage, no, you have to show like this arrow mark, then only understood the H plus will go out like this. So H plus will go out, this is a ethene, this is what important, bear in mind. Next in this case what, up to this is a PUC level is enough, means what, theory level is enough. In NEET and JEE they are going to ask you different kinds of question. Different kinds of question means again they are going to generate the question like this. If substituted alkenes are there, substituted alkenes, if cis trans alkenes are there, substituted means what, in the substituted alkenes are more stable, no problem, but in the cis trans substituted alkenes are there, that time which is a more stable? Obviously the answer is what, trans, because of what, Sedgwick rule. Means I think you are not going to understand. Okay, I will explain, wait. Okay, is it clear? Just I am going to remove here only this point. Okay, if you want you can take a screenshot. Okay, I will remove, just wait. Here is H2 is there, here is what, hydroxide is there, no. Okay, this is indicate what, hydroxide. You have to take screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Is it clear? Just here. In this case, if cis trans isomerism are there, cis trans isomerism, that time the trans product is the most important. Means in this case substituted alkene. Substituted alkene means just here. Here is carbon is there like this. Here is what, CS3. Here is what, CS3, CS3, CS3. Okay, this is called substituted alkenes. But in this case what, there is a formation of cis trans. Cis trans means what, just here I am going to write here like this. Better I am going to explain here one H I am going to write. In this case I am going to write one more H like this. Again it is going to formation of trans. Here is there. Okay, I will explain first. This is what, trans. Trans means what, same groups present in opposite side, that is called trans. Here is CS3 is there, here CS3 is there. These two are what, opposite. This one is indicate what, transform. This one is indicate what, transform. Transform is a more stable. Transform is a more stable, means what, in cis trans isomerism transform is a more stable according to Sedgwick rule. Okay, if you want cis form means you have to write here is there like this. In this case H is there, in this case H, here is what, CS3, here is what, CS3. Just here hydrogen hydrogen same side, CS3 CS3 same side. What is this? This is indicate what, cis. This one is indicate what, trans. Out of these two, which is a more stable? Trans product is a more stable. Why trans is a more stable? Due to Sedgwick rule. Okay, explain sets of rule everything on. Okay, no problem. Up to this is indicate what dehydration of alcohol is there. The next point is there, that is what oxidation. After that, what dehydrogenation. We will study next video. Thank you.